Welcome to French Conversations for Beginners. Learn everyday French from Janina, the language teacher, and Joël from France.
Bienvenue! Welcome to French Conversations for Beginners. In this graduation gift, your first of a series of free resources and tips to learn French, I wanted to talk about some things that you can get that will transform time on your own into time to improve your French. These are all things that you can find at Amazon. So if you want to remember what I say, that's great. If not, you can go to reallifelanguage.com, Real Life Language blog, and you can go to the show notes for this episode. And there'll be links to these items in Amazon. So for full disclosure, I need to say that I am an Amazon associate, but these are all products that I've used myself and that I would recommend to you. So the first couple of products I want to talk about are with grammar and vocabulary. So I love to think of grammar and vocabulary as tools, right? And the more tools that you have, the easier it is to do things. So the very first product that I recommend is a sort of a cheat sheet. It's sort of a card, and it's got this great visual summary of really useful grammar and structures. And you can keep it in a book, you can keep it in a notebook. I also really like the Easy French Step by Step. Just a great way to review on your own. Obviously, I think a great way to learn languages obviously is by talking to people, because not only when you're talking to people, not only are you getting their input, right, and you're processing, that's how you're learning from a skilled speaker, you're also then creating with language, which is going to be your test essentially, and it's going to help you fill in all those gaps, which we've talked about. So there's some great audio programs, and I know we talked about that with regard to Audible, and it's just, Audible's amazing. It's transformed. It's basically given me my reading time back. Just life gets busy, and if you listen to audiobooks, you can do that while you're commuting, while you're doing anything. It's also turned my phone into a language lab, so I can learn on the go whenever I want. So some of these programs are going to be similar to the ones that I mentioned in Audible, but if you prefer CDs, that kind of thing, you can get them there. I love Pimsleur. They do a lot of things with spaced repetition, and basically they take a conversation, they break it down into all these little chunks and pieces, and then put it back together, and then they go on and recycle a lot of that language at the next lesson and then incorporate some more. So they're half-hour lessons, usually between 25 minutes and a half an hour. So perfect for a commute, perfect to do once a day. There's 5 levels. It's a bit pricey, but very, very, very effective. I believe there's 5 levels of conversational French. Dictionaries, great tool. I realize that Google Translate is completely free online, but dictionaries, if you're learning language, they're vital, they're critical. You can look up words, obviously, but they give really good detailed explanations. So there's way less likelihood that you're going to pick the wrong word, which is very easy to do with Google Translate. So there's several there that I recommend. Another audio program that I really like is called Earworms. And it's cute and fun, and they've got 3 levels, and it's got catchy little tunes, and I really enjoy it. Michelle Thomas, really good. I love listening to him. Amazing linguist. And he does language courses in numerous languages, and you get to hear his students progress. So I would really enjoy that. Living Language, really solid. A couple of amazing apps and programs that I wanted to share with you. One is Flash Sticks, and I'm a friend of Flash Sticks. I love Post-its for language learning for a whole variety of reasons, but with the program Flashsticks it is really good for beginners. They do a lot of categorization with gender. You can take some Flashsticks and stick them around, and it's got color-coded by part of speech, essentially, the color of the Post-it note. And it's got phonetic pronunciation. It's got a visual. You get the app with it. You put the app up to it. It's going to say it for you. It really helps with pronunciation, which can be a real challenge in French because it just doesn't always sound like it looks. So it's a real challenge. So I think that's really helpful. And the app, the Flash Academy, is really cool. It's similar to Duolingo, but it's got a lot of extra games and bells and whistles. And it also has a visual object translator. So that is very cool. I really enjoyed all of my work in the Flash Academy, particularly the games. Another amazing resource, and I have this, I think, in 5 languages, I've used for years, is Instant Immersion, and it's from Eurotalk. Now, I've never used Rosetta Stone. I'm told it's similar, but it's very inexpensive. I mean, it's so reasonably priced for what it is. You get, I feel like it's 3 different CDs, and I feel like there's 3 different levels, but the 3 different CDs aren't necessarily the 3 levels. There's a mystery game, problem-solving game. There's a CD with something else, but then one CD has the 3 different levels, and the games are fun. I mean, you're popping balloons, and it's completely immersive, and it gives you lots of feedback, and you earn points to go to these new levels. And I believe there's also quite a few online resources. It's addictive, immersive, and really fun. I really, truly enjoy it, and I highly recommend it. And the last resource that I wanted to talk about are phrase books. I love phrase books for learning languages. I think they are an excellent way to get communicating right away. Phrase books, they don't break down grammar. They don't talk about grammar. They just give you the words and phrases that you need to communicate. And that's really the key to communicating early, often, and with confidence. And I think it's one of the best tools a beginner can possibly get their hands on. So I've given you a few recommendations. I particularly like Lonely Planet, and I like Eyewitness too because there's lots of pictures. Berlit's really solid. You can also make your own phrase book, and there's a tutorial there online from me how to do it, how to make a Google Translate phrase book. It's really easy. You can completely customize it. So again, I want to congratulate you on all your hard work in our course for French Conversations for Beginners. À la prochaine.
For more resources on learning and teaching languages, to get on our mailing list, or to get the workbook for this course, be sure to visit reallifelanguage.com/reallifelanguageblog. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to subscribe and leave a rating.